The next person I would like to introduce is Crystal L. Gunn. She is the president of the Amazing Women's Network CARES. Committed to breaking the chains of financial bondage in the Pan-African community, Crystal L. Gunn is a fiscal strategist whose female-focused economic organization has transformed lives throughout the Midwest. She is the founder and CEO of the Amazing Woman Network, a social enterprise with a stated goal of reclaiming personal power through mind, body, and spirit, reclaiming financial power, and increasing social involvement. She is the founder and CEO of Amazing Woman Network CARES, a nonprofit which was born from the Amazing Women's Network, pillar of increasing social involvement, which works to eradicate period poverty, assist foster children in creating a life plan, and improve and focus on mental wellness in women. Ms. Gunn's People First business approach is summated in a quote by baseball legend Jackie Robinson. A life is not important except on the impact it has on other lives. I welcome Crystal L. Gunn, and her presentation is A Basic Human Right and More.
Thank you so much, Enolia, for that warm welcome. And it's confusing, but it's two separate organizations: the Amazing Woman Network and then AWN Cares, which is the nonprofit. So again, thank you for that, and great day. And I bring you greetings from Detroit, Michigan. 11.2 million, 16.9 million, 59%, 51%, 14.2%, and 1 in 5. And so these numbers represent statistics of people who are deprived of a basic human right because of two main reasons: their economic condition of poverty and their normal human condition of menstruation. So period poverty is defined as a lack of access to menstrual products, education, hygiene, facilities, waste management, or a combination of these things. And I tend to add to this definition a lack of respect, a lack of understanding, and a lack of compassion. There's a global push to end period poverty, and millions of dollars each year are raised in an effort to provide products to those in need. But by definition, providing products alone will never eradicate period poverty. So let's go back to those numbers. 11.2 million, that's the number of people who could not afford products in this past year. 16.9 million, the number of people who menstruate that are living in poverty. 59%, that's the percentage of students who say they rarely find free products in schools. And 51%, the percentage of people who menstruate that have worn products longer than recommended. And 14.2%, the number of college students who menstruate and have experienced poverty in the previous year. And 1 in 5 menstruating students miss school due to lack of products. Remember when I mentioned the lack of respect, the lack of understanding, and the lack of compassion? How does the lack of these three free emotions further intensify the problem of period poverty? So the emotional toll of lack of access to menstrual products negatively impacts mental health with anxiety, stress, and depression. Stigma associates menstruation with uncleanliness and disgust, which keeps people from talking about it, further perpetuating the crisis. Shame arises when products are free, but the menstruating person has to ask a gatekeeper or administrator for access. And shame also surrounds the experience of menstruating as a trans person, because we must keep in mind that not all menstruators are women and not all women menstruate. So how do you eradicate period poverty with a Band-Aid? You don't. The period or menstruation is not the problem. Poverty is the problem. You cannot eradicate a problem which stems from lack by simply supplying a free product. You have to financially empower those individuals and communities. Lack of respect, lack of understanding, and lack of compassion are the problems. You don't eradicate a problem without truly supporting those who are negatively impacted, and support is more than a supply, contribution, or monetary donation. Lack of education is the problem, but it's not lack of education for the menstruating individual. Society as a whole must be educated on menstruation, and conversations must be had to help change the stigma. I am ashamed that with all of the riches we have in the world, we are still fighting for basic human rights, and I sincerely apologize to each and every victim of period poverty. About 8 years ago, I started donating menstrual supplies to shower programs, shelters, and the Red Dot Bag program was founded. Through the Amazing Woman Network, we continue to donate supplies and added schools to the recipient list. Born from the Amazing Woman Network's pillar of increasing our social involvement, AWN Cares, a 501c3 nonprofit, was founded. And so last May, we were able to provide over 1,000 students with supplies to cover the summer months, reducing the financial burden on their families. As I stood back after this great deed, the part of me that promotes economic empowerment was led to do more, and the Red Dot Project was born. The Red Dot Project strives to eradicate period poverty by uniting women globally, redefining menstruation stigma, providing resources, promoting wellness, and empowering communities through sustainable projects and financial empowerment. Menstruation is not a problem. It's time to regroup, recenter, and focus on the individuals and the communities. I wonder if this was a woman's world, would period poverty exist? I was speaking with a woman, and she said in her country, men see having access to sanitary supplies as a privilege for women. Well, ladies, it's definitely our time, it's our turn, and it's our season. And it's time for us to be the change we want to see. It's time to change the hashtag from period poverty to period proud. If you doubt that we can make it happen, just remember, women have the power to create life, so we can easily manifest the necessary changes in life to eradicate period poverty. We have a say in this, and collectively, we can change the narrative and the future. How? Well, we still need the donations. So please go to awncares.org and choose how you would like to support us. So from cash donations, supply donations, and joining one of our giving circles and volunteering your time, those funds will be used to operate this project. Also, help me to expand the Red Dot Project to 20 countries. If you would like to see a Red Dot Project in your community or school, again, go to awncares.org, click on Contact Us, and send your email with your interest. You may also volunteer your time to help Red Dot Bags facilitate discussions around menstruation, provide financial education, create sustainability projects, and more. Again, go to awncares.org and click on Contact Us. Lastly, please provide your positive prayers, your powerful intentions, and your plentiful love as we do our part to impact many and serve as voice to the voiceless. Collectively, we can do so much more. Please join me, for we are better together. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much, Crystal. You know that I always love your slogan. We are better together. And yet, look at that today. I again learned something when you talked about period poverty. I loved that you want to change, and we together, actually, we can change if we are together, the period poverty to period proud, taking notes. I love the way how you approach it. And yes, lack of respect, understanding, and compassion, unfortunately, are one of the biggest issues. Shame as well. So I really loved your speech. I see you, I love you, and I thank you so much for sharing all your knowledge and all your wisdom on our platform. I love you, Crystal. Thank you.
Thank you, and I love you guys back.